Hello, friends. Happy Saturday. The weekend is here. Time for soccer games and comic books and hanging out, barbecues, all that good stuff. Hope your Saturday is kicking off well. I'm wearing my Bearded Comic Bro shirt because Greg and, more importantly, Stacy, Mrs. Bearded, they are at I think it's Kentucky Comic Con, and they were hanging out with Two Brothers Comics, Nick and Dustin, and Justin Birch as well, and they were on the Babylon last night. Very funny. And Panda Awesome showed up, my guy. Very entertaining. So shout out to them. Got a lot going on today. I got both kids. I thought for sure Kate was passing. Nice that you're here. Well, then why don't you go take your bagel and go relax and eat? But not in your room. I mean, you can't eat a bagel in your bed. No bagels in bed. Charlie's out here. She's got her chapter books. The boy who had 7 will be happy because he and his kids sent these to us, and she's powering through book 2, and we'll discuss that. I do not have a Comic Tom mystery mail call, but I do have a purchase I made in an auction that arrived in one of their mailers. This was a Jabroni auction to get funds for the family, and I won one of the auction items, so I'm going to unbox that. I got hot new comics for this week. A ton going on. We've also tried to catch up on What If, but we are one episode back. So we did not watch the zombie one they did recently, but we caught up on the Doctor Strange one last night. And what I would call the Hank Pym one. Those are the 2 we caught up on. But let's say hello to the chat. Some friends are hanging out. Of course, Simon R., top tier, showing up right at the back there. We got TM Nerdy saying station to the world, station to me, station to Charlie, station to Kate, and then station to Simon R. We got Ariel in the chat. What's going on, Ariel? Good morning to you. We got Brandon Comics Kings always asking a question, trying to stir the pot up a little bit. My personal favorite, it's a tricky ask, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I personally really thought Jason Aaron would have been perfect, but it didn't work out so well. I would have to think on that one a little bit. And then I saw my sister-in-law, which I'm assuming is probably my nephew Jack or my niece Penny, who were on the show recently. They say they got caught up on What If, and they want to talk about it. We've also got the Downright Nerdy Podcast. Michael, I have not earned my books this week. I'm scared of this week's exercise regimen. I'm hoping to work it in this weekend because it's scary. It's legit. It's scary. And Magic Lasso singing the Kate and Charlie show. The Kate and Charlie show. Grab a bagel, pet a beagle, and watch the Kate and Charlie show. Charlie was like, beagle? That's a dog. We've got JT in the chat. What's going on, my man? We got White Whale Comics in here. Good morning to you. Got Big Herm Collectibles says he's off to bed. He works tonight. But you have a great weekend. Yes. I don't know what to say. 9/11. Never forget. I don't know how to say that. You don't want to say like happy 9/11. I don't know what you say. 9/11. Never forget. I don't know how else to say it. We got Lasso in the chat. I think I got everybody all locked in, loaded. Yeah.
Put it in full screen because I can't really see anything.
If I do full screen, I can't see the chat. So no. I can expand the window a little bit. I don't like that. And that doesn't make it any bigger. It's as big as it'll pretty much get at this point. So I'm going to start with my unboxing since the girls are doing their thing here. This was part of Honda Jabroni and Stephen V and some of the stuff that they were selling. So I bought a lot from them. Chet says, Kate, no yawning. John, what time is the workout? Good morning, Chet. How you doing? Well, they got solid packing here. They got some bubble wrap on the corners to protect those fragile comic book corners.
No, to protect the picture.
And then they included class acts that they are. They included something special for me. This is the Jabroni Memorial Service pamphlet for him. So that is pretty awesome. that they sent me one of these. So I'm going to find a special place for that. So thank you for doing that, guys. I appreciate it.
Can you look at it?
Yeah, you can look at it. All right. Let's see what I got. Because I don't even remember what all I got. I was just like, yeah, let's bid on that. It's got X-Men. Let's bid on it. All right. Make sure everything's facing down. Oop, some things are up, some things are down. Did I do it right? Nope, I still got one. Oh, and there's a note. Okay. So it says, hey, John, the Magneto Zero and the New Mutants 5 were supposed to be A-OKs for Edwin before he left us. And now I passed them on to you. I asked for 3 extra leaflets from the funeral director to send to you, Perry and Rod. Wow, that's awesome. You're the first of the 4 horsemen I've sent one to. Wow, geez. This would never have been if not for the comic Jabroni. So that bond will be cherished forever because of that. Take care, Steven. Oh, dude. Thanks, man. That means a ton, brother. And it's so awesome that you got those for Perry and Rod as well, because I know they will care for it just as much as I. Amazing, man. Wow, I wasn't expecting that off the bat. But we'll see what all we got. We got Uncanny X-Men. This is issue number 399. Nibbling his ear. I think Angel's like, what? I think that's supposed to be Warren, right? Archangel. And I'm not sure who she is. Somebody could tell me. So this is definitely past the time when I was reading X-Men as much. So this was a little further along. Ooh, there's a fun variant. This is X-Men issue 13. These are some of the Araco characters that came from the planet, or the plane of existence where Apocalypse came from. What's up, Sheena's in the chat? Good morning to you. New X-Men with Wolverine on the cover. There we go. This is issue 145. Assault on Weapon Plus. Rocking the Wolverine in the black and gold. Ghost Rider, Rise of the Midnight Sun. That's a cool cover. The Kubert Brothers. That is a cool cover. Oh, and then there's the twin to that one I just looked at a second ago. What? Let's see. How do they go together? Like that, I think. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah. See, there's Apocalypse and his wife and some of the other horsemen. $3.99 is about a mutant brothel. Well, wonderful. Thanks, Chad. I'm glad to know that. New Mutants. I think this is an issue I did not have for my run. So issue 32 from the New Mutants. That's a good run to collect. An easy, straightforward run, except for a couple of obviously bigger keys in there. Issue 47. That looks like Warlock going wild there. Yeah, love these the early issues of New Mutants, especially. Big fan. There's one with the Silver Samurai. Nice. What's up, Ruben Guzman? Cowabunga. This is issue 5. I don't think I have any of those. Fall of the Hulks. Look at MODOK there. Perry would be excited by that. MODOK flying around. Dr. Doom right on the cover. Yeah. That is pretty wicked cool. Ooh, that's a cool cover. Let me see. What is that? That's another Kubert cover. So this is X-Men issue 39. Is that Sabretooth? Looks like Sabretooth, maybe. New Mutants isn't easy to fill, except for those two. I agree, chat. Ooh, there's a fun cover. Magneto. This is that Magneto Zero. The twisting of a soul.
Why does it look like Magneto? Like Magneto and Scarlet Witch?
Because he is related to her. Do you want to look at it?
I want to look at them all.
And lastly, this one I think I do have. This is X-Force issue 17. Apocalypse. This is part of the Executioner's song, which I really enjoyed. Somebody got a haircut. Yep, that's me. Got my haircut. Which one did you want to look at, Charlie?
All of them.
All of them. Wow. All right, well, there you go. So there's my quick unboxing. Back to a little sip of the tea here. We have one other thing, and I was waiting for her to show up in the chat, but she hasn't yet. So maybe I'll wait a little longer for glitter and duct tape if she shows up. Backseat driver is here. What's going on? Good to see you in the chat, sir. I hope things are going well. I know your busy schedule and my busy schedule have been such that we haven't been doing as much YouTube or popping into shows as much, but it's good to see you. Charlie, do you want to share any things you've been reading, or you want to do? You just doing bagels? All right, I'll share my book of the week. I feel like was Not All Robots issue 2, which I think was great, powerful, fun, like allegory for gender and race and kind of how we treat people by having this robots and humans living together and the way they treat each other. And things are starting to get really freaky, weird, cool in this. This is by Mark Russell. If you haven't read Second Coming, very, very funny comic. And this definitely has a fun, dark sense of humor at its core. So this is from AWA Upshot. And yeah, I was blown away by how good this was. So absolutely awesome. Riley just said that too. John's looking sharp. Hey, not as much as I used to have, but it's good to get it cut every so often. What is up, Rogue Trader? Good morning to you. So I will say, definitely check out Not All Robots issues 1 and 2. Nobody's really speccing on them, so it shouldn't be a thing where they're all sold out. If your shop gets comic books from the company known as AWA Upshot, definitely worth taking the time. Oh, Sheena's listening at work. We'll try to be a little quieter so she can. Super chat from the Rogue Trader. What is going on, Rogue Trader? Good morning to you. He says, morning, traders. And I will play some branding for you, sir. Let's see what we got here. How about some hula dancing? Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's see. JP is in here. Did I miss him? There he is. What is going on, JP? How is your weekend going? Hope it's going well. I was just highlighting a couple of my favorites of the week. Let's see what else I really enjoyed. I will highlight it because it's not getting talked about enough, but I enjoyed this 6th issue of Green Lantern. I feel like it's been a series that's kind of, ridden the wave. Sometimes I really like an issue. Sometimes I don't like it so much. I think issues 1 and 2 as a duo are really good. And then I think I liked issue 4, but 3 and 5, I was kind of like, what's going on here? And issue 6, I think, is really good as well. This is what I wanted. This is a Sinestro and Green Lantern Joe showdown. So it's hard to see on that cover. I can get a little closer. But there's Sinestro and Joe throwing down. I still feel like the artwork is not top tier, but I do feel like the story is kicking up to another level. The problem with the art is they have 2 stories and 2 artists. So it's kind of like the art for the John Stewart storyline, don't like as much. The art for the other story arc, the main arc, which you could call Teen Lantern storyline, I like a lot more. I have not given up on it. I've given up on Teen Titans Academy. I almost gave up on Robin. I'm going to stick with this one a little bit longer. I'm hopeful that the stories tie in together. That's my hope. I think you're watching the wrong YouTube. If I'm the most wholesome, I'm worried for you. So that would be my favorite DC and my favorite indie. And then I'll finish with my favorite Marvel book, which of course is going to be Daredevil. It's just great this week, as always. And so we had twists not too long ago of how there's like more than one Bullseye. They like cloned Bullseye. So now there's like a whole slew of them. And they're all like attacking New York City. And Elektra is Daredevil and she's trying to stop them all. Now it looks like Daredevil's breaking out of prison to join her fighting all these Bullseyes. Very exciting stuff. And I love this stained glass kind of cover here with Bullseye and Kingpin up in the corner. Looking cool. And a great fight in this issue between Cole North, the police detective in this run, and Daredevil in jail. Really cool. So those would be my 3 favorites from this week, although there was a ton of good stuff this week. Rogue Trader says it's coming in, Green Lantern's coming into its own, not quite far sector levels. I totally agree with that. But that's a high bar, right? But I do think it's getting better as well. I'm totally with you. Glitter and duct tape didn't show up. Charlie, should we just open this anyways? Every so often, our friend Glitter and Duct Tape sends us a little card for like a holiday or whatever. This time, it's a happy birthday card for Charlie because Charlie's birthday is coming up next week. Do you want to open it up and take a look? Thank you again, Crystal from Glitter and Duct Tape. Fun little stickers on it. Sometimes there's stickers and things inside. Let me double check. Oh, there's some glittery little things going on in here. Oh, she's got little stars. What does it say? Happy birthday. She's got, I see a llama. I see a kitten with wings, rainbow wings, a butterfly. Can I hold it up? And a cupcake. She's got it all decorated out. That's pretty awesome. So thank you, Crystal. Appreciate that. Let's see here. What is it? Tons of good stuff on Instagram too. Thank you, Charlie, for the Star Trek fashion show. Yep.
You never even showed me that.
I took the pictures. I know. I haven't showed
and
it to you.
And then I asked you to show it to me last night, and you said, I can't because it's not morning yet. And then you never showed me in the morning. And then a day passed.
Goodness. So I'm going to keep going. Glitter is your neighbor up in that Bay Area. Absolutely. Lasso asking, are you going to have a cake or what? Usually you get birthday cake, right?
No, usually it's brownies.
Oh, brownies.
Or cupcakes.
Or cupcakes or a pie.
But I haven't really decided yet. Or maybe a pie.
A pie. I always get pie on my birthday. I'd rather have like a pie personally on my birthday.
Or maybe a brownie, but then you can't have it.
Pop's in the chat. Good morning.
Oh, but Mommy got those cool new cookbooks with like cool desserts.
So she took her Barbies, and Kate has Uhura, Kirk, and Spock as a Barbie, and gave everybody like a fashion change. And Spock was quite I don't know, he was flexing those abs.
Snazzy.
He was looking
snazzy.
Tasty. He was a tasty treat.
Spicy.
Snack.
We know you Trek is your jam. I have not watched Lower Decks yet. I hear you are a big fan. All right. Look, all the nice early birthday wishes. What is her name? Did they tell you? She says Stacy.
Stacy, that's what.
But I don't know her. All right. Some of these mutants.
She's like a snake.
She's like reptilian.
Yeah.
Reptilian. Yeah, that's right. That's a word, right? What is going on, Chillmonger? Good morning. How are you doing? Lower Decks is a riot. See, Rogue Trader knows what's up. We are definitely Trek fans around here, although the girls like Star Wars, and we like Star Wars too. The original TV series and the original movies are still the favorites. We haven't gotten too deep into the next generation yet for them. Of course, I've seen a ton of it. I think I've seen everything. Who knows? There's a lot of episodes there.
I like the ones with Spock more.
I know you're a Spock fan, but you like Data. I know you like the android Data a ton from the next generation, right? Move that. Data was always one of my favorites. Brett Spiner is a very funny guy. Do you want to share a book?
No. I want to read. Pretty
chill. These girls just chilling. Ariel Red with a bagel fund super chat for Hungry Girls and Snazzy Star Trek. Let's see what I got Star Trek wise. I don't know that I have anything that's Trekky-ish, but I do have kids sliding on the floor. And let's see what else we got. Of course, we need to do, what's the one she loves is the laugh, the dolphin. Got to do the dolphin.
Ready?
Strange New Worlds is going to be the very best. I don't know that one. I got to watch for that one. Kate is reading. Can I hold it up? Click by Kayla Miller. And that's from, let's see, HMH Publishing. It's a graphic novel. Charlie's reading one of the X-Men books from the not the AOK,
Yeah,
from
and
the
it is worn.
from the purchase I made during the Jabroni auction.
It is worn.
Thanks, Terry Vaughn. I appreciate that. Happy early birthday to Charlie. I purchased I do this every once when there's a series I love, and Old Man Hawkeye, Old Man Quill would rank there. If I see that my shop is selling a collected set, I will buy the set. So they were like $20 for all 12 issues. Done. I purchased it, and then I can send them out to people who want it, haven't tried it out, give it a shot. Two Gun Pedro's here. Pew pew. So this is gonna get A-okayed at some point, sent out to somebody who's never read Old Man Hawkeye, because I think Ethan Sachs nailed that series, and Old Man Quill as well. Okay. You girls want to talk about what if? Sleepy faces, sleepy heads. They just want to read. They're just chilling. They just want to read. Oh, here's another indie that I read. The Me You Love in the Dark. Really long, not so great title. This is an Image comic from Scotty Young. He's writing it, and Jorge Corona is doing the art. But this is like an interesting ghost romance story. A young artist who's struggling with inspiration moves into a somewhat haunted house and starts speaking with the ghost that lives there. And they have an unusual, somewhat creepy connection, the two of them. So I thought issue 1 was a good setup. I liked issue 2 even better. Thought it was a really good setup. I think this could be a really fun story. Have to duck out at the con. I'll catch the rest later. Okay, Rogue Trader, enjoy the con, man. Say hello to people for us. Interesting. Yeah, I know Whitewell did not care for issue number 1. I thought issue 2 was even better, but that was me personally. What's the problem?
This thing says tobacco is not that bad.
What?
Like smoking, teens smoking is not that bad.
I think that's sarcasm, sweetie. Sniffing can harm your nervous system, but convulsions aside, it's not that bad. I think that's supposed to be sarcasm.
Sounds like something like Fallen Dynamite would say.
Yeah. Whatever I want to do, gosh.
Yeah, they just
Tina, eat.
eat the food, Tina. I can't do his voice, but he says like, eat the food.
Yep. Gotta love it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing here, Chet. I keep working on it. We'll see. So look, see, Terry's all caught up. He liked episodes 1 and 5, but no spoilers. Yeah, we're not spoiling for sure. I will say we finally have watched the first 4. We finished the Doctor Strange and then the Hank Pym episodes last night. What? Is that a spoiler?
Yeah,
I guess it is. I will say I did not like the Doctor Strange one. I thought it was kind of boring.
Too fast.
I just felt like it. I felt like it was very predictable and a little repetitive. So the Doctor Strange one probably is my least favorite one. Inversely, I liked the the Avengers being murdered by a mysterious assassin storyline. I liked a bunch. I thought that one was really good. Oh my God, her hands are turning pages. No, she's allowed to read the comics, Chet. Sorry. She doesn't have sticky bagel fingers. She hasn't even touched her bagel yet. She's being good about it. So, what?
I have.
You've touched your bagel?
Yeah. I've eaten 3 bites, but I only touched the part that has.
Just being very
I
careful.
don't like getting it on my hands.
Let's see here. Girls only agreed to appear this morning, not participate, but that's okay. John can talk for everyone. The Captain Carter one was really good. I agree, Michael. Very good one. Yes, Perry, a murder. There's been a murder. But I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was well played out, even though Charlie kind of guessed the killer like super early. Charlie's like, I know who did it. And I was like,
It's like obvious.
Yes. And so Charlie's birthday is next week. She's saying, happy birthday, young lady, to the stars.
Next week in the 16th. What's going to be?
I don't know that it took that many risks. I mean, I know that it had the most downer of an ending, I suppose, JP, but I just felt like it was just kind of boring. I just wasn't like surprised by it. Everything seemed pretty obvious, kind of what was going on, what was going to happen. I was waiting for something to like impress me, but
no.
Overall, I am enjoying the series, and it reminds me a ton of those what if comics where sometimes it ends horribly and sometimes there's a lot of wild twists you don't expect. Perry says he thought the zombie one was the weakest. There you go.
I haven't seen it yet.
So that's the only one we haven't watched. We're going to probably watch that one this afternoon. Rod is here, just a Rican in his couch. What's going on, Rod?
Yeah, this afternoon I have soccer.
Yes, you have soccer this afternoon. Well, I mean, there's a lot of time in there. Murdered some brown sugar Pop-Tarts. All right, well, there you go, Air Spider. I don't read ASM. I haven't picked up ASM for a very long time. I think Red Goblin was probably the last ASM book I picked up. Did not care for that one. Ooh, JP also didn't like the zombie one. There you go. So I guess some people not loving the zombie one. So maybe it's a good thing that we didn't read that one yet. Put some of those back there. Here to hello to the chat and enjoying your weekend. Hey, Rod, you too, man. Hope your weekend's getting kicked off right. I started this episode off, Rod and Perry, unboxing a set of books I got from Honda Jabroni as part of that auction for Edwin, and he included one of these from the memorial service for Edwin, and he says he's got one for Perry and he's got one for Rod that he will be sending along to you guys at some point as well. He mentioned that, so he hooked all three of us up with something kind of special. John, have you seen Only Murderers in the Building? I've watched episode 1. So that's a fun one to talk about for sure. I think it's on Hulu, or is it on Apple TV? I can't remember. I think it's on Hulu, but it's the Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez murder mystery comedy in New York City.
Oh, I was reading an article about that. I remember I came up to it like, hey, look, that's Martin Short.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognized them and not Selena Gomez. You weren't like, Selena Gomez!
I've never watched her or anything. So.
Okay, good.
What?
Except like Princess Protection.
What TV show is it?
It's called Only Murders in the Building. And it focuses...
yeah, there are a bunch of people in the building and all of them are murderers.
I don't think that's the plot, but
Like Clue.
It focuses on two sort of eccentric New York creative types who are trying to solve a murder in their apartment building. And they love murder mystery podcasts, and they're treating it like it's a documentary that they're making. And then one of their neighbor friends, Selena Gomez, is also interested in it and trying to help out as well. So yeah, it's a funny kind of premise, but I love Steve Martin a ton. I think Martin Short is hilarious. So I like the concept, and I think Steve Martin is writing and producing it. So I love him a bunch. Oh. Selena Gomez is the same. Is for the same kids who grew up on Blue's Clues. There you go. Pew pew.
I'm gonna look for more books. I only have 2.
You got to get more books.
Yeah, to read.
She's off. She get more books. All right. What else could I talk about? What else have I got to read? Oh, Nice House on the Lake. I know a ton of people thought this was their favorite book of the week, and I do agree. Very, very good issue number 4. Shocking twists and ending to this one. So I'm definitely not spoiling this book, but issue 4 has some huge revelations for this unusual group staying in the house, stuck together in the house. Yes, he does. Big Will in the chat. Yes, Steve Martin does play a mean banjo. He's in a band, if I'm not mistaken, as well, and he play like a bluegrass band. Sorry. But if you're reading Nice House on the Lake, I think definitely issue 4 could have been one of your favorites. If you're not reading it, I think you should check it out if you can find it. I know that they're on like the 6th printing or something of the first issue, so there's copies out there for sure. And I'm not sure how many issues long it's going to be. 2, 4, 6. I think it's going to be 10. If you look, they have the symbols for all the people in the house. Everybody has their own little like symbol or their own little brand, and they highlight they're in a certain order. We're on the 4th issue, so the 4th one is the one in yellow right there, so you can kind of see what's going on.
It's a smiley face.
Yeah, the guy in this issue is the smiley face guy. He's the main focus on this issue.
What does he do? Why is he a smiley face?
Everybody has a symbol that's kind of connected to who they are. I think the smiley face guy is a stand-up comedian, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's his thing. Whoa, Simon R with a super chat. Great start to the weekend. Thanks to the birthday girl, Charlie, Kate, and John. Thank you, my man. Let's hook you up here with some goodies. How about we let it go?
No, well, now they know. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold back anymore. The cold never bothered me anyway. What did you do after Kate hit me?
A lot. I was trying not to laugh.
Mom called the doctor. The doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed."
No more monkeys jumping on the bed. How's the bagel going this morning?
Good.
Thank you, Simon and Ariel. So kind of you to do that. And yes, JT, we should talk about that. Another great indie. I'm a big Jeff Lemire fan, and he is writing and drawing this book for Dark Horse Comics. So if you missed out on May's book, I enjoyed May's book a bunch. I can't remember what the price point is. $5.99, but it's a big book. It's a hefty issue, not a light issue by any means. I definitely would recommend Alec check this out. I'm not if he's still in the chat. I'm sure you can find copies of May's book. So it's a father who's lost his child, and he's dealing with that loss, and it's kind of leading him into a dark personal maze, right? So there's metaphorical and also real elements of being in a maze or stuck in a loop. So this is a powerful look at grieving, but also human psychology. So there's some interesting layers going on for sure. Good morning to Comics on the Mind, Kirk. Soul, brother, what's going on? Yeah, it's definitely a tearjerker. JT, I think it's got elements of what it is to be a parent and some of those fears, but I also think he's looking at psychology in a kind of fun way. So I thought, Jeff Lemire he's just tops. He's always good. And if I can pick up something by him that's an issue number 1, I'm going to do it. So this was definitely let's grab that and check that out. And I'm probably going to be getting issue 2 as well. I don't know how many issues it's going to be. It seems like a mini series, not an ongoing, because I don't know how far this story could really go. But there's definitely some fun layers here. Visually, I can show you a little bit of the style of what the art looks like. You can kind of see. It's a very unfinished style. Let me see if I can find another good page. But it does suit the narrative really well. And you can kind of see what this guy is going through. And the sort of mazes that he's getting in his mind and in his life that he's getting lost in. So I'm a big Jeff Lemire fan, and this was a definite pickup for me. I somehow missed out on Mark Russell's new issue of Second Coming. My shop didn't get it, so I don't know what happened. They usually get everything. And they also got back ordered on Green Lantern Annual #1, which is supposed to have Jessica Cruz as the Yellow Lantern, like she's joining Sinestro's core of Yellow Lanterns. So I need to get those 2 books. That would have put me at 12, I think, for this week. So it was a bigger week for me as far as the number of books. Ariel says, "Hey, Charlie and Kate, what are your favorite comics that you're reading lately?" I know exactly what you've been reading lately. No, I meant Ultimate Spider-Man. The thumbnail that I picked for this video was because Charlie's been rereading or diving deeper into the Bendis run on Ultimate Spider-Man, which we have a bunch of. I think we have 10 of the 12 or 9 of the 12 hardcovers for that run. Yeah, we're missing 11 and 12, which are pretty hard to find. And I think 9? So we're missing one of them, but we've got a ton of them.
Why can't we just go on the Marvel app?
You can certainly read them digitally. I just want to have the hardcovers because it's such a iconic run.
I want to read them digitally at some point.
But what do you think of those? What do you think of those Spider-Man stories? It's Peter Parker focused, right? It takes later before you get Miles.
It's fun at some points and sometimes not. There's definitely he's always having troubles with MJ.
Yes, Peter Parker's always having trouble.
And then Gwen dies, which is very good for his Aunt May.
Yeah.
And then they have where they're clones, and that's not a very good story. So, and that kind of also makes his relationship with Aunt May a little rocky. And then she gets a heart attack.
Aunt May does?
Yes, and Peter told her that he's Spider-Man, and then she forgives him, and they talk, and they
What's
have
up,
fun.
Chaos?
But Kitty Pryde.
Yes, Kitty Pryde is friends with Peter, right?
No, she dated him.
Uh-huh.
And then she was worried about him.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Woo-hoo!
They were still dating because him and MJ kind of were friends currently. And then finally, she comes down to check if he's okay, and she sees him kissing MJ. And then she leaves the X-Men school, the Xavier School for Younglings.
I think you're really talking quietly right now.
Oh.
You got to talk to that person right there.
And then she leaves the school, Xavier's School for Youngsters.
Yeah.
So she gets transferred. So Xavier transfers her to his school, to Peter's school. And then they have a whole drama there because everyone knows she's a mutant and drama. But I just really hated it because Peter literally kissed MJ in front of Kitty.
And it hurt Kitty's feelings.
A lot.
Teen romance is dramatic and difficult. Backyard Moment says, just woke up. Today is Saturday. I got coffee. Life is good. Share some energy with your daughter.
Sorry.
There you go. Xavier School for Younglings would be an amazing crossover. Now everybody wants coffee. Coffee. So yeah, you get the teen romance stuff is in there a bunch, right? Which of the Spider-Man villains have you liked the most in that series? Is there a Spidey villain that you think is a cool one that he fights?
Jessica Drew.
Jessica Drew, the Spider-Woman. Yeah? Do they fight a bunch? She's a pretty cool Spider-Woman.
He doesn't realize that they're like basically the same person.
Oh, he doesn't figure it out?
You have to tell him.
Yeah, we're talking about the original Bendis run on Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm only missing 3 of the hardcovers. The hardcovers have like 2 or 2.5 trades in each one. They're a little bigger, and there's 12 of them, and we have 9. So the girls, they pick one up every once in a while and read through it. Some other fans of Spider-Woman. What is up? Mo is here. What's going on, Mo? Yeah, Hoopla does require being a member of a library if you want to use that app. But it's a pretty cool app to be able to download digital books and be able to read them. Yeah, so we've read most of the Ultimate Spider. I should say I've only read the first 2 hardcovers. They've read almost the entire thing, and we have 2 of the collected editions of the Miles run too, right? We have 2 or 3? 2. So they've got a bunch of that Ultimate Spider-Man storyline as well. Classic stuff, absolutely awesome stuff. Oh, sounds like a trash truck's out front, catching up for that Labor Day holiday. Yeah, right, Chet. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun, and it sounds like there's a animated show. Have you watched the animated show, the Ultimate Spider-Man animated show? You haven't watched it? Okay.
I want to watch it though.
You want to watch it? Okay. We have not. So apparently, somebody now the chat's telling us we got to watch that. Sleepy kids. This might be a shorter show today. They're just kind of like, I'm not really having it today. Let's see. Is there anything else really worth checking out? I did like this. I thought Blue and Gold was fun this week. Issue 1, I thought was like, okay, it's not bad. Issue 2, I thought was a lot funnier and a much better overall story. And I liked the way they connected the characters a little bit more. The drama was a little bit better. And overall, just, a better issue on every level. I'd say that's more like an 8 out of 10, which is what I wanted out of it. So I'm hopeful that it's an 8-issue miniseries. So I hope it's going to be as good. Let's see here. Air Spider, it's close to the same story, but doesn't stick to it exactly. That sounds good. Chillmonger says, I hope they know why the series transfers over to Miles and don't get too attached. They've seen that animated film, which kind of covers the same territory, which is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Let's see. Backyard says, I like the 94 Spider-Man show. It is very good. It's a very good animated series. We are all back in school. Yep, everybody's back in school. That was this week for Charlie and I. Oh, I think that's Nicole. Sonny the family dog, right?
Kate, your friend's here. Nicole's here.
Dude, Soccer Comics Mo says, I recommend the 5-issue run of Spider-Men. I don't know that I've read that one.
Where?
She's in the chat.
Sonny the family dog? Might be somebody you know. I think I got everybody.
What? I thought you were going to get more.
But she found her bed, and it's like, sleep. Let's see here. Erratic. I've never read that one. Erratic is a good kids comic book. I'll have to look for that one. Already whipped the like button on the way in. Thank you, my man. Let's see. It's the first time Peter Parker meets Miles Morales. Is that an Ultimate Fallout? Is that part of that storyline? I think. I don't remember. You okay? Sleepy. Everybody's just sleepy today.
No.
Back in the school schedule, getting up early, and we were watching What If until kind of late. So everybody's just a little bit. Everybody's a little bit done.
We went to bed.
And Charlie's had soccer practice now twice a week. And now she's got a game today. We got our first soccer game today. So very exciting. I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
You know how little it is.
Fun. I think I went through all my indies this week. I think I got through it was basically a John review show. So there you go. Those of you looking for new hot comic books, there's a bunch of good ones this week. I think we should head out. Comic Collector just got here and we're leaving. I'm sorry. Unless there's something else Kate wants to talk about. Something you're reading. Ooh, I think we should mention this, Charlie. So you got to sit up and mention this one. So Fablehaven, thank you, Boy Who Had 7 and All the 7, who sent these series to us, because Charlie's been reading Brandon Mull's Fablehaven series. You're on book 2.
Yeah.
And now you're laying down so they can't see you.
I'm tired. My back.
Tell us what you think about it then. The microphone's still there.
I really like Fablehaven. It's really interesting. Daddy! Stop. I like that there's I like that it's a fantasy. It reminds me a lot of Harry Potter. We have like strange creatures and you have like magic and you have fairies, which I thought were really cool. And then you have nymphs, or not nymphs, whatever they're called, like water knights or something. But otherwise, it's really cool. I like the characters. I like that it's either like by Kendra's point of view or by the narrator's point of view. He can switch back and forth, and you don't really realize it. The characters' names are Kendra, who has a little brother named Seth, and they have their Grandpa Sorson and Grandma Sorson, who are on their dad's side, who has a magical farm called Fablehaven, where they take care of magical animals. That's all.
That's it.
That's all, folks.
There you go.
You're mean. I don't like you.
Yeah, a little something. So thank you to Matt and the 7 crew for sending these along, because Charlie's getting into the Fablehaven series right now.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to get these lazy bones to, I don't know, fall asleep, catch back up on their sleep.
Yeah, no, catch back up on what if.
What if? Oh, now you're awake. Now somebody's awake.
What if? And I want to do a GoldenEye mission. It'll give me confidence for my soccer game.
So you want video games and television?
Yeah,
It sounds like a perfect morning.
it does.
All right. Well,
Could you say no to this cute face?
what?
Could you say no to this cute face?
Yes.
I can say I've said no to that
1000%.
cute face many times.
Chat, what do you think?
All right, everybody have a great weekend. If you're a soccer parent, enjoy your soccer games. If you're at the Kentucky Comic-Con, which I know a bunch of people are, enjoy the Comic-Con.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And we will see you all next weekend for some more hangout times.